What's up, y'all? Straight to the point, sports and entertainment. Uh, I didn't come out with anything that much today, man. Been kind of busy. Uh, if y'all come in here, make sure y'all hit that like. Make sure you sub to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit them notifications too. Please hit the notifications. They haven't been sending anything out. I don't know what for. People have been telling me they haven't been receiving anything, so I can't stress enough to please hit the notifications, please. Okay. What's up, Brown Sugar? I see you in the building, baby. Now, um, I'll go ahead and get started, and whoever comes in, whoever pops in, y'all just like I said, hit that like. And I want to give a shout out to all of my subs, both new and all of my day ones too. Okay. Thank y'all for rocking with me, and thank you for supporting all the comments. People who have shared the content. Want to give a shout out to the whole entire Lions Den basketball as well as boxing communities. Uh, all of my brothers that's hardworking, dedicated content creators, and all the supporters too as well. Um, let's get right to it, okay? Russell Wilson, man. If y'all don't know, Russell Wilson is set to be released. He's going to be pretty much snaked by the organization, um, by a racist organization, as we all know. I think that Sean Payton is a disgusting individual. Okay, you know my feelings about Sean Payton. I actually had a lot of respect for Sean Payton up until this situation right here. And I kind of knew it was bound to happen because when you have an asshole like John Elway, you know that's pretty much what comes with it. Because John Elway is the type of individual that would do something like that. I never respected John Elway, especially being that John Elway he was caught in a lawsuit. I think it was like in 2012, and the organization had been in some trouble, and also he did a lot of other players wrong too as well. So he was never a guy that could be trusted. And I didn't know all of this when I was younger. When I was younger, I thought John Elway was a good quarterback and good individual. But then as you get older, you start to realize and you start to see stuff and you start to hear stuff. And I did my research on him. Russell Wilson, man, actually, I'm glad that this is happening because now he can go ahead and move forward without being benched. I felt like he was wrongly benched. Now, this is what's gonna shock y'all if you don't know. From a numbers wise, okay? I'm not talking about team success and overall play. But numbers wise, he actually was doing better than some of the quarterbacks that were playing. He actually statistically he actually was doing better than Pat Mahomes for a stretch, but the Broncos were still losing. What's up with it, Stephen Green? I see you in the building. What's up with it, man? He actually was doing better statistically than some of the quarterbacks in the league. I think he had 26 I think it was 26 or 28 touchdowns, and he only threw, I think it was 8 interceptions. Okay. Pat Mahomes threw more than that throughout the season, but like I said, Pat Mahomes he ended up getting the chip and getting the MVP and all of that stuff, and we saw how that worked out. But we knew early that something was getting ready to happen. We knew that something was getting ready to happen. Because John Elway's history with some of the players hasn't been good. And Russell Wilson, man, I got to give a shout out. I got to salute him for being classy about the situation. Because any other dude, they would have been wanting to get their get back. Especially you go ahead and you bench him, man. Just go ahead and get rid of me now. Don't even waste no time, man. We could go ahead and part ways now. And as a matter of fact, Russell Wilson was saying that he wanted to stay with the organization. But if you can't win 2 seasons, well, first and foremost, they didn't have any weapons, and they didn't place any weapons around Russell Wilson. Let's just call it what it is, Steven. Okay, if you could have said that maybe coming over from the Seahawks, okay? Now, when he came from the Seahawks, you got to realize he was riddled with injuries. He just wasn't doing good. Injuries was really setting him back. Okay, but you couldn't say that in a situation with Denver, because I'm not going to lie to you, Steven. I looked at it, and I said to myself, I was looking at it, and I was like, at first I was like, well, nah, man, they need to go ahead and get rid of Russell Wilson because he's not doing a good job or whatnot. But then when I really started to do my research and I started to look at some of the other quarterbacks, like Pat Mahomes and even like Dak Prescott, some of these other quarterbacks and whatnot, Russell Wilson really wasn't doing all that bad. He wasn't doing all that bad. They did not put any weapons around him. And when you don't place any weapons around him, there's only so much that you can do. But at the end of the day, being that you are a quarterback, you are going to get the lion's share of the blame, unfortunately. Hey, Ashley, how you doing, sweetie? I got to rinse you up, Ashley. I'll see you in here, Queen. To my boy Scrub Zero. He's a New York Giants fan. He loves to talk football. Shout out to all them boys over there, man. Scrub Zero, Jose, go sub to Jose, and shout out to Carcino for life, man. Shout out to all of them, man. What's up with it, Scrub? Now that's the big question. The truth is, Broncos placed all of the chips on Aaron Rodgers and failed. Yeah, that's facts right there. That's facts. Because honestly, he would have been like Aaron Rodgers still would have been a horrible fit for the simple fact of look what happened, look what transpired with the Jets. Now, to answer Ashley's question, in which I was about to get to, the best fit for him right now are 3 teams. Okay, and me and Scrub, I think I already talked about it with Scrub about where I thought Russell Wilson should go. I think we were talking about that when we were watching the Ravens game and the H-Town game when they were on live. I think Russell Wilson would be a fit for these 3 teams. This should be either the Steelers, which I know Memphis probably not going to want them there. But I told, shout out to Cypress too, man, Cypress TV. I told Cypress TV, I told him, the Broncos, if they get rid of Russell Wilson, they're going to go after him. And Atlanta, the reason why I say Atlanta is because, now some people think that Khalid, they're going to go after Khalid with Atlanta. But I think they're waiting on making a move because Atlanta, from what I hear, they want Justin Fields. And if Chicago goes ahead and make that move with Justin Fields, they get them picks or whatever, then I could see a situation where Chicago getting Russell Wilson. But a lot of people don't feel that makes sense because they feel like, okay, you're getting rid of a dynamic potential quarterback who has a future for a guy that, you know, for a veteran who has a injury history and is on the decline. In my eyes, Russell Wilson, he's not on the decline, but he's not what he once used to be. But that's not to say that he can't carry a team. The Steelers and Falcons would be a good fit, yeah. I could see him with the Falcons. I'm not gonna lie to you. If Baker Mayfield, and shout out to Mike Evans, man, he ended up getting his contract extended. He signed that extension. So shout out to Mike Evans. He deserved it. He balled out this year. I think Fields would be a good fit anywhere. I don't think Chicago was the right situation for him because he's loaded with a lot of potential. That guy is loaded with a lot of potential. You see, they were doing guys like Hurts, like Jalen Hurts. That year he had made it to the Super Bowl, and they were doing. Who else can I think of they were kind of, people were looking at them at first and then they were like, they never thought that they were going to progress. I mean, Lamar Jackson, they even looked at Lamar Jackson like that. And, you know, they said that he would never be a thrower of the football and all this other stuff. They didn't believe that he would progress. Some people were doubting Trevor Lawrence. It's crazy. Some people even doubted Deshaun Watson. But I know Deshaun Watson, man, I just hope he bounces back, man. My cousin is hoping for the Saints, but I don't see that Peyton will have look. Man, I lost a lot of respect for Sean Payton, man. And man, the fact that I even forgot about this whole Spygate stuff, man, we still see Sean Payton as a cheater, man. Kyle Ridley is trash. I want Sean Payton. Yeah, he's over. Well, yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna take the championship away from him, but a lot of people are gonna question that championship. You know, if you're gonna sit up here and you're gonna call Bill Belichick overrated, right? Then you gotta say Sean Payton. Sean Payton is overrated. Okay, you gotta say he's overrated. But I think Atlanta, everybody's eyeing Atlanta. I think Atlanta would be good. And then of course you got Sierra. He's with Sierra and everything. And see, that's a whole nother situation in itself. Do y'all think that Sierra is gonna leave his ass? Because I mean, just be honest. And look, don't get into all the TikTok and them dancing and all this. Oh, he's such a good father or stepfather and all this other stuff. Let's look at the reality of the situation. For real, do you see Sierra staying with him, even though, even with him being like not not the same? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't see it. I know she might come off as a soft and oh yeah, real calm and cool and collected, man. But she, at the end of the day, man, hey, look, she still want to be happy just like any other one. Right, exactly. That's what I thought. I knew Brown Sugar would be with me, and Ashley too. I got to get a woman's perspective on that. We all know the man is gonna say something, you know what I'm saying? But we got to keep it a stack on that shit. Come on now. I don't see her going. Oh, you don't see her going anywhere? Shit. Okay, I disagree with you on that. I think she gonna leave his ass. Yeah, I'm sorry, Ashley. I can't agree with you on that. And you know what? Matter of fact, it'll be only a matter of time. She might come off like that, but watch. They gonna watch. Cause we gotta think about it. She gonna end up getting everything, and then on top of that, Russell Wilson is the one with the bag. And then also look at it like this: when's the last time Sierra has had a hit? Oh wait, Sierra ain't leaving him. I forgot about her until she got with Russ. Yeah, she's leaving him, Scrub. I'm sorry. She's leaving him. And you know what's funny? Everybody thought that Kim Kardashian wasn't gonna leave, or they was gonna stay together. You know what I'm saying? With with Kanye. I mean, that's probably not a good comparison, but everybody was like, they had high hopes. They thought that they were gonna be together. You saw how that turned out. Same thing with Chloe and Lamar. Yeah, nah, she's not as relevant as she. I mean, yeah, but I mean, okay, can you put Sierra in the class with? Can you put her in the class with? Let me see. Can you put her in the class with Megan Thee Stallion? Like, is she winning Grammys? Okay, then we can have that conversation. Until then, you can chart all day. That doesn't mean anything, and it definitely doesn't mean it definitely doesn't mean anything. If you're on the level of a Rihanna or something like that, or Beyonce, or then we'll have that discussion. But at one time she was, but we got to be honest, man. She had fell off, but I'm not. Listen, I'm very harsh when it comes to like music and stuff, especially when you try to revamp and you try to come back and all that other stuff, because music is so tough to get back into, especially when you take time off. But I give her that, she's been with her kids and family life and all that other stuff. But come on, Ashley, and come on, everybody. How do you go from a guy in Future who literally lived, who literally had a permanent seat in Magic City, who pretty much dumps in every single driveway, you know what I'm saying, just producing kid after kid, you know what I'm saying, messing around with Larsa Pippen in flip-flops. You go from that to Russell Wilson. That doesn't add up. I agree with you on that, Ashley. Two different and charges. It's irrelevant with Grammy, unfortunately. Well, I don't know about that. I can't get with you on that one because Killer Mike got like, what was it? How many different Grammys? And he's been in the game for how long? Surpassed her. When we talk about, listen, the females right now are dominating. Listen, shout out to the women. They're dominating in college basketball right now. That's all they're talking about right now is college women basketball. They're dominating in music. Okay? They're dominating in music. That's all these features that all these guys want. They want the females. Right off the top of my hand, they're constantly getting airplay. Let's start with Coy Leray. Let's start with Ice Spice. Let's start with Glorilla. Let's start with Sexy Red. Let's start with Megan Thee Stallion. Let's start with, you know what I'm saying, the Cardi B, of course. Any song that Cardi B gets on, bam. They're dominating in everything. You think Lil Durk deserves? I mean, no, I don't think he did, but he got it. It's just like, what's her name that won the Grammy for "On My Mama"? You know what I'm saying? Charlie Boy should have got got those Grammys, not her. And it's a great song, don't get me wrong, because my daughter loves the song. I wouldn't have never known about the song until like TikTok and stuff. You said not yet, Polo? What? Yeah, because of J. Cole. Exactly. Who doesn't get any credit for his consciousness. But yeah, actually, you hitting on some points though. But I don't agree with Sierra. Now we'll see if she's able to come back. Because she's in her getting ready. She's in her what? Her mid, getting ready to be late 40s. I mean 30s. So we got to see how she ages in terms of her music or whatever. But I never doubted her talent. I want people to understand this. Now, Sierra, when she busted on the scene, and the fact that she could dance, she had the edge on everybody. I'm talking about the with Luda and them days. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about all of those days. That's when she was fire, when she was killing. You know what I'm saying? Do you think South Carolina women's basketball can beat UNC men's basketball? Hell no. Absolutely not. No. And you gotta listen. UNC is ranked number ninth right now. Matter of fact, we play them. We're ranked number 10th. I'm talking about Duke. I think yeah, we should be. We're either 12th or 10th, one of those. But no, respect to South Carolina, but no, they're not beating them. And as much as I want to say Juju Watkins could wipe the floor with Bronny James, I want to say that so bad, but I still couldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? The fact that they both go to USC, because one day I made a joke that Juju Watkins, shout out to my nigga Ticket. He's with me on this. And I've been saying it. Everybody can mention Kaylin Clark and all that other shit. Angela Reese, shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Duncanville. Shout out to Duncanville High School girls basketball team in Duncanville, Texas. They won state. That's in the Dallas area. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. They won state. But Juju Watkins is the best female basketball player on the planet right now. And she's going to carry basketball for a very long time. I think they're going to resurge the WNBA, which I want to happen. I would be happy to carry my family. And that's facts. She's got her whole focus should be her family right now. And you were about to go to the game. Yeah, it's tournament time. It's tournament time, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's March Madness. It's that time of year. This is my favorite time of year, man. Because this is when everything gets tight with the NBA. Everybody's fighting for positioning, and with the college, everybody's fighting to get, in the tournament. And conference play and stuff. Now, another thing, man, I got to talk about, man. Stephen A. Smith, man. I was going to save this for last, but I'm going to talk about this right now. Now, I want to give a shout out to the brother Dreamers Pro. He brought this up earlier, but I was going to talk about this too. Charles Barkley had made a joke about Stephen A. Smith averaging 1.5 points in college, but he only played one game, okay? I want you to listen to me. He played in one game, but he averaged 1.5 points. That doesn't make a lot. But Jason Whitlock was saying, like, I'm not a mathematician and, I'm not the best with numbers. I'm not a numbers guy. But clearly, and of course, anybody who's played basketball in here knows that you gotta at least have 2 points in order to average something. You can't play one game and then crack your knee and then all of a sudden you average 1.5. That doesn't make any sense, does it? That makes absolutely no sense. So, Stephen A. Smith, his credibility is, it continues to go down, especially when you talk about how you play ball and you average 1.5. I mean, Listen, I wasn't really even tripping on the 1.5. I mean, there's just some people that are better than others, but the fact that you said you messed up your knee and you only played you only played one game, that makes no sense. You can't score a half a point. That doesn't make any sense to me. You can't. You only get your point. Like you make it in one if you make a free throw, or you score you score two free throws. That two, and if you get fouled, of course that's three. How are you going to get 1.5? That doesn't add up. So I wanted to get y'all an opinion on that because he's sitting up here saying, professing that he played college ball, and that doesn't make any sense to me. And Dreamers Pro was talking about it, and so was Jason Whitlock. You know, if you're going to get up there and you're going to be a reporter, you're going to be on journalism and all this other stuff, and you're going to say that you played and all this other stuff, you got to realize that people are going to look you up. People are going to want to know about you. People are going to want to know if you sit up here and you say, yeah, I got a scholarship to play ball and all this other stuff. People are going to want to know, where did you play? And if you criticizing these guys, you talked about Kwame Brown, you threw him under the bus. You talk about how some of these other guys are trash and all this other stuff. Well, what does that make you? What does that make you? So I don't believe that he was as good as he said he was. I mean, he said that he ended up getting a scholarship because, you know, he hit like, I think it was 9 shots in a row or something like that. Some crazy stuff, some crazy number when he was at a tryout or something like that. Yeah, man. What's up with it, Ron? Texas represent. Texas in the building. That's how we like it, man. That's how we like it. We like it here in Texas. But yeah, you can't, you know, Ron know what I'm talking about, man. You can't sit up here. You can't everyone because a referee, if you refereed or if you play ball, you know damn well that you can't have a game and then all of a sudden that game it's 1.5. There's no possible way. Now, if you had 2 games or 3 games, then okay, you could have an average there. I'm telling you, man, these people be sitting up here and listen, I'm not the biggest Jason Whitlock fan, but Jason Whitlock, he has credibility. He played football at Ball State, which is a Division One college, a Division One school. All right, and then he played for the Chiefs for a little bit in the NFL. So when you look that up, you can actually find that. On Stephen A, it's just gonna say 1.5, or it says that he professed that he scored 1.5, and he put it in his book because he wrote a memoir. So I wanted to get everybody's thoughts on that because to me that doesn't make any sense. Don't make no sense at all. Don't make no sense at all, man. And then, okay, does LeBron deserve a statue in LA? Let me know. And I'm gonna give my answer right now. Y'all probably already know my answer to this. Does LeBron deserve a statue in Los Angeles? That's the biggest question right now. Now, Gilbert Arenas, he came out and he basically said that LeBron does not deserve a statue in LA because he hasn't done enough. Okay, and plus, with all the drama and the fiasco and stuff like that that's going on, it doesn't sit well in a lot of people's eyes. Okay, yeah, you brought a title there, but I think who brought a title? There's a couple people that brought a title there, but what's it called? Will Chamberlain, he brought a title there. Okay, and some people see that Will Chamberlain actually had a better tenure with the Lakers than what you did. Don't have to be LA, but okay, yeah. No. Hey, look, Ron. Hey, if you say Miami, yes, he should get a statue. If you say Cleveland, yes, he should get a statue off the rip. But LA, nah, to me that's a bit. And you a Lakers fan. A big one too. Oh, you talking about Kobe, yeah, and you talking about Will Chamberlain, yeah. Okay, yeah. Right, yeah. You talking about them, right? You said a big one. It won't be bigger than Kobe, I can guarantee you that. And it definitely won't be more than Kobe because Kobe got a few of them. Come on, man, cut the cap, man. You capping for LeBron now. Nah, man. Cause you got to think about it. What this guy really, besides that championship, he has not been successful there. Besides that championship, people are going to look at them not making a playoff. People are going to look. They're going to look at that championship that he, of course, the bubble and everything. But besides that, they didn't make the playoffs. They got swept. You know, they're looking at Denver not ever beating Denver. You know, Denver's got their number. I mean, what, eight losses to Denver? They cannot beat Denver. Denver's got their nuggets. I mean, I've said Denver's got their nuggets. Denver has their number. And check this out too, Ron. Listen, it used to not be that. It used to not be like that. There was one time when the Lakers owned Denver. The Lakers own Denver. Now y'all can't even beat them. And you know what Jamal Murray said? You want to know what Jamal Murray said? Ron, check this out. And Stephen, Ashley, and Brown Sugar, check this out. Jamal Murray said he wanted to take the life out of the building on LeBron's day. Who does that remind you of? That reminds you of Kobe Bean Bryant. That's the Mamba mentality. Man, he don't care about no 40,000 and none of that other stuff. Jamal Murray want to win another championship. He don't want LeBron in the way no more. I know everybody they want the fiasco to be done. Now, listen, like I said before, everybody thinks that, oh, this is a LeBron hate channel and all this other stuff. You don't like LeBron, no. Because if you go look at my channel and everything, it's not dominated talking about LeBron every goddamn time. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say this though. I wish that LeBron would do things a lot differently in terms of the way of him transitioning out. Okay? When some of the older players that you think of when they transition out, they weren't trying to still be the man at 40 years old. $40,000 point LeBron. Y'all not happy about that. Let's talk about it. Oh, no, nobody ever said that they wasn't happy, but Steven, come on, man. Like, yeah, you got 40K, but you lost. All right, let's talk about that. You get all these records. Shout out to Ticket TV and True Raw for talking about this, and as well as Anthony Davis for talking about this. Okay, every time LeBron gets a record, he loses. Okay, he lost. He lost against Denver when he catapulted Kareem. Every time he get a record, he loses. Focus on the goddamn game. I am giving him his credit. I'm giving him his credit. But do you think the Lakers fan want to continue to lose? Hey, how'd you like it, Steven? If see, you sitting up in here and you being a hypocrite now. Because last time I checked, you weren't worried about no MVPs for Joel Embiid. And then next thing you know, guess what? We get knocked out of the second round. Or Joel Embiid leads the league in scoring, get knocked out in the second round, don't even make an Eastern Conference Finals. But meanwhile, Jokic is going to the finals, getting championship, hoisting the trophy. Come on, man! Like, what is that telling you about your player? What is that telling you about your mentality? Right now, and I'm talking about LeBron. Right now, only thing you're doing is just adding to you're adding to your legacy, no doubt. But the only thing you're adding to is your numbers and stuff like that. If you're not gonna fight for no championships or any that, because y'all are 10th in the y'all man, listen, y'all about to be out of play-in contention. And you want to celebrate 40K? The Lakers fans don't give a damn about that, Steven. Are you listening? I'm giving him his credit. You didn't listen to anything that I just said. I'm telling you that the Lakers are in position to not even make the play-in right now. No, they don't. They don't care about that, man. I'm telling you, they don't care about that. You basing that off of media narrative, man. Media propaganda, man. They don't care about that, man. They want to see another championship banner. And if you don't, man, that makes me question you as a Lakers fan. Talking about giving LeBron credit. Yeah, man, I'm giving you your credit. You played 20 seasons. You got 4 championships. I mean, you're one of the greatest to ever do this. What more credit do you want me to give him? But I am going to hold your feet to the fire, and I am going to check you when you know that you're wrong. You want to sit up here and you want to get Darvin Ham fired, knowing damn well it's not all Darvin Ham's fault. I don't want. You definitely, you ain't no Lakers fan. You all about the individual, man. You all about the individual. You all about the individual, man. That man, listen. I can guarantee you that the average hardcore Lakers fan, okay, there, and you do know that there's some people that have left uh, being a Lakers fan because until LeBron leaves, right? Some of them have went to the Clippers. Some of them have became the team that they absolutely disgust in the Clippers. They have became Clippers fans until LeBron leaves. Now, me myself, I don't think it should go to that level, but you have people like that. But Steven, you sitting up here saying, "Oh man, give him his credit. Give him his credit." He get goddamn credit every single time. You stop in the game to do this and do that, but you in 10th place. LeBron have a bad ankle uphold that. Nah, that's not the reason. That's not the reason. You talking about a bad ankle? You going off a media net? So a bad ankle stops you from killing the Clippers and outscoring the Clippers 19-16 in the fourth, and then catapulting and going ahead and winning. Come on, man, you got to come stronger than that. I don't want to hear you making all these excuses for LeBron, man. You can't do that. You chose to play at 39. You chose to play damn near 40. Okay, that's what comes with it. You know that your body can't hold up like a 20-year-old or like some of these 25-year-olds. So why are you sitting up in there trying to run like almost like 40 plus minutes a game when you know that your body is not fit to do that at this stage of the game? And look, I want to listen. I want to make sure that you know that I'm not hating on the fact that he's playing at 39 or 40 or none of that other stuff. But what I'm saying is that you can't sit up here and be like, oh yeah, well uh, it's been 20 seasons and stuff like that. Give him a break and all this other stuff. But then you up in there getting records and outscoring opponents 19-16 and stuff like that. Don't make excuses for him. Oh, well, give him a break. Give him some credit and stuff like that. What, to sit out on the East Coast swing because you mad because of the trade deadline and stuff like that because people won't move? Because the Lakers aren't trying to make all these different adjustments to get your son in there? You trying to pressure your son into getting in there and trying to play with your son and stuff like that, knowing damn well that he just came off a cardiac arrest? He almost died. But you worried about, oh yeah, well, I need to play with son. What if he don't even, in the back of his mind, he don't even want to play this goddamn game no more? Come on, man, it's sickening. And yes, I put it on him. It's not hate. It's reality. What if Bronny didn't make it? Yeah, you have a whole different argument then. Let's just not even think about that though. Oh yeah, they do what they want, but it's not good for the league, man. It's not good for the league. Yeah, Ted. I said the same thing, man. But listen, we got to understand this about Bronny. He did not have a training camp up under his belt. Okay, he didn't have a training camp. He didn't get the time enough to really get prepared like we wanted him to. So I'll give him that. But you're gonna have to come the very next season because we know a guy at I think it's at UConn. He's about to declare for the draft, and he's averaging like 15 something points. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's grabbing like 8 rebounds or whatnot. An NBA scout can actually look at that and they can work with that. They not gonna listen. They're not gonna look at no 3 points a game. Yeah, and see, Ted, you on the money too, because the thing about it is his pops has created generational wealth to where he really doesn't have to do anything. I know he want a lot of these kids right now. They want to follow in their father's footsteps, but there are kids that don't want to do that. They want to do their own thing. Like Bryce James, he actually has a better shot. Now he didn't play as good in the playoffs because I think the last game that he played, he only had 8 points. Right, Ronnie, you delusional, man. Oh my God, you delusional. You said LeBron trying to add points to his stats by I've been using his friend. Yeah, I mean, look, if and Ted is a Lakers fan too. Okay, if you're not doing it for championships, then if you're not competing? Okay, if y'all were in, if let's say if y'all were in contention right now, like let's say if the Lakers were, 6, 5, or maybe even 4 in the West, then I'm like, okay, yeah, they have a shot, and they're flip flopping every day. Y'all not even better than Dallas right now, and Dallas I think is 1-5 or something like that in the last several games because we just beat Dallas. Y'all not even better than Dallas right now. Yeah, okay, Steven. Now, okay. See, you see what I'm saying? Listen, does Bronny got potential? Yes, he does. Okay, I want to make that clear. He has potential because he is athletic. Okay, I don't want people to make no mistake. For his size, he is athletic. He's doing some stuff. He could get up. Okay, he could get up and he's got some speed on him. But what I said for him to do is he needs to get in that gym in the off season. He need to get in that lab in the off season. I know y'all talking about Ronnie, but I think for 1 second that his brother is really going to be. Yeah, exactly. Brown sugar. Bryce. Bryce right now is better than Bronny, and he's playing some tough competition. And he's actually doing all right now. Like I said, he didn't do good in the. I mean, he scored 8 points in the playoffs from the last time I saw, but he's still ranked. He's ranked in the nation right now. Now I don't know what his projection is going to be, but they're talking about Ohio State for him. But yeah, man. I mean, you know, all of this is it's about it's for himself. You know what I'm saying? But if he was just to sit back, mentor the younger players. You said Bryce was seeing what? Yeah, yeah. He's supposed to because Ohio State is where he's set to probably go. And I like Bryce's game. He's already got the size. I don't think you understand. Literally, physically, he's head and shoulders above Bronny, and he still has to let his bones adjust and stuff like that because he might still grow in a couple inches or whatnot. But right now, Bryce is a little better than Bronny. It was like with LaMelo Ball. LeVar Ball was saying that LaMelo Ball was going to be better than Lonzo. Okay, everybody looked at him like he was crazy because they weren't comparing LiAngelo because LiAngelo he still had some work to do. But what they didn't realize, LiAngelo actually was outscoring the both of them in high school. No, they not, man. That's cap, man. They in the league though. Lonzo is just hurt. He's just injured, man. And Lamelo is not trash, man. Lamelo is nice. He just he gotta grow. You know what I'm saying? He gotta mature. Yeah, Lamelo Ball. He's a nice point guard. Ronnie, you capping on that one, bro. I take. What are you talking about? No, that's not true. He can knock down the three. He can penetrate and dish. And on top of that, Ron, you don't understand. Melo's still growing. You do understand that Melo got the potential. Yeah, 21 years old. Melo, can you imagine, man, a 6'10"? And look, a lot of people are saying Magic Johnson to a degree. We've got to wait and see, but he's so unselfish with the basketball. That's what you're not seeing. You want LaMelo to like who you think loves playing with him? Brandon Miller. Now now don't tell me Brandon Miller is trash. If if Brownie, you said brown sugar pie, sugar pie, honey bun. You gonna make me start singing the Temptations. I can't. No, that's the Three Tops. I'm sorry. I can't help myself. Uh, I want you and nobody else. Nah, man. Mellow Ball gonna be alright. He's struggling right now, though. But that's the thing. Just remember what you're saying, because a lot of people said the same thing about Ant-Man, and look what he's doing now. And Ronnie, I think you were one of them. And now all of a sudden, Ant-Man is him. But you said if Bronny leave early to go, he's not gonna make it. He's not gonna make it, Steven. I'm sorry. He's not gonna make it. Now, if you're talking like, let's say anywhere from about 15 to maybe 17 points. Hey, I even give them 13 points. You know what I'm saying? Because they could use them as a solid backup point guard if he gets any minutes or whatever. But if he's working with like 13 to 18 points per game, he's getting a number of assists, and on top of that, he's good defensively. Then we could start talking like G League, but that's not happening though. That's not happening. I don't see none of that happening. And people think that when I say that Bronny James is not ready, they think that I'm automatically doubting him, or they come with this narrative saying that, oh yeah, well you're saying that he's trash, and give the kid a break and all this other stuff. Hey, it's better me saying being realistic than him running into an actual NBA scout and them telling him that he's not ready, but they'll tell him in a way where they will really break his entire game down and critique him both harshly and constructively. Melo needs a D'Antoni type of coach. Yeah, but that's not gonna help his game. That's not gonna help him get to a level where he needs to be in terms of championship. It might offensively, because D'Antoni, he's all about 7 seconds or less, pushing the ball, offense. But come on, man, that's why the NBA is exploring now to play defense. You gotta play that defensive side of the ball too. But Melo just needs to get in there and work. I think Melo can make it though. I think he can. They just got a new coach or whatnot, so we're gonna have to see how that works out. Yeah, he needs improvement, man. Like that's one thing that you gotta appreciate about like Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball, at least his defense, at least Lonzo Ball defense was was something to talk about. Lonzo Ball was a terror on defense. So, but I still got faith in LaMelo. You said, what do you think about Devontae George? People sleeping on him. I mean, he's not. Listen, man, nobody's paying attention to the Jazz. Okay, like not right now, at least, Steven. And I mean, we'll see what happens. If he gets if he gets in there and he works and continues to get better, then yeah, you've been talking about Cavante George ever since I think he was in college. You've been talking about him. I think you even were talking about him in high school. But he's made it to the league, okay. But the fact is that he has to worry about staying there. We can't just automatically put this title talking about top five and all this other stuff yet. I mean, let let the player evolve. Let him grow. Let him make his mistakes. Let him get that out of the way first. I wouldn't trust Ainge if I was a judge. Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not, man. I still got in the back of my mind how he did Isaiah Thomas, man. I still can't wrap my mind around that, man. Like, oh my gosh, man. The way he did Isaiah Thomas was so wrong, man. And now Isaiah Thomas, he still want. I know y'all heard Isaiah Thomas actually wants to come out and try to help Boston, and you know what? I think they should at least give him an opportunity to. I'm not saying to get out there and play a whole lot of minutes, but for what he did for Boston, or at least tried to, he didn't really get that. I don't think he got a fair shake. Yeah, I never trusted Danny Ainge. Yeah, he did them both wrong too. But see, KG and um, Rondo, I don't think Paul Pierce was tripping about it too much, and neither was Perk. But they were making it seem like it was all Ray Allen's, fault because he went to Miami. But I mean, Ray Allen got a family, man. He got a family, yeah, got a wife. You know what I'm saying? He had that to think about, and plus he wanted to be in a better situation, and he knew Pat Riley was going to take care of him. Pat Riley, he might have this mentality. He might have that look, that demeanor, and also he does have the personality of no nonsense. But he cares about his players, and he gives people opportunity. Look what he did to. He let Udonis Haslam literally stay there for how many seasons and wasn't barely playing. But the fact that he was a mentor and good for the locker room, he said, "Hey, Udonis, you can stick around." He didn't have to. He didn't have to do that. Yeah, and he played for a racist coach in Adolph Ruff, who eventually who eventually was talked into having African Americans play for him after Texas Western or UTEP uh, beat their ass in the championship in 1966. Five black players, and that's what forced Adolph Ruff to go ahead and actually start recruiting black players, because he had that, he was known as a that he didn't care for black players, and you got to think about what was going on during that time. So Pat Riley saw a lot. Pat Riley never discriminated. He always gave people opportunity. He let you play your game, but at the same token, he was no nonsense. He was. Everybody wants to talk about how Coach Coach Tibbs, Tom Thibodeau. Everybody wants to talk about how Coach Tom Thibodeau was running his players to the ground and all this other stuff and practicing. Well, hey, he did what Pat Riley was doing. Pat Riley had some hardcore practices. Yeah, you were gonna be in shape if you played for the Lakers. You were gonna be in shape if you played for New York. You were gonna be in shape if you played for Miami. You were gonna be in shape. But everybody just talks about they want to bring up this stuff about Pat Riley and the whole friction that happened between LeBron. Can you believe some people were actually sitting up there blaming Pat Riley? You said Riley team always sprinted on both. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did, man. And see, what's interesting too, Ted? You talk about the Lakers, right? The Showtime Lakers. Everybody thought that the Lakers, that Showtime era was just all about offense and stuff like that, right? But believe it or not, that team was actually pretty damn good on defense. Mm. You said the '90s Knicks were more of Riley's attitude. Yeah, I felt like the Lakers were too, though. I felt like the Miami team was too. I felt like all of them had his attitude. I felt like all of them had Riley's attitude. It's just that with you got to think about the type of talent that the Lakers had. That his Lakers team was way more talented than the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks, it doesn't take anything away from them. They were professional. They were in the NBA for a reason. But I mean, come on, when you compare the '90s Knicks in comparison to the Lakers, that's really no comparison. Or like the '80s version of the Lakers and Showtime and stuff. There wasn't no comparison to the talent level between them. And then Miami, they had some pretty good players and stuff, but they just weren't on the level of of the Lakers and stuff. But to me, they all did have they had Pat Riley's mentality. That's without a doubt. Yeah, that's without a doubt, man. They, you know, that team, man. And see, New York, man, they actually, I felt like they get besides the Pistons and the Supersonics, I would say they gave the Bulls hell, man. Yeah, he tried, but it didn't work. Yeah, right. You know that wasn't gonna happen. He wanted to come there. He wanted to take control of things, and he let him walk. I mean, hell, shit. Bye, sayonara. I mean, you can't get mad at that though. And then on top of that, let's just put it in its proper perspective too, right? Ted, that was D Wade's team before you even got there. That was Dwayne Wade's team before you even got there. Yes, D Wade took a back seat, and that was an honorable thing that he did. That was him sacrificing. But the thing about it is, you have to understand, you don't you came there, and D Wade had already had a championship, right? He didn't have no rings before he got there. Now he got to a finals, but unfortunately, we saw how that went. He ended up losing to Tim Duncan, you know. And LeBron really didn't play all that bad either. I give him credit. He really didn't play all that bad. That first go round with Cleveland, that first um, go round with Cleveland, that's when I truly appreciated LeBron. But then I think the locker room issue and that whole Delonte West thing and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying, and then him going to Miami, I saw a change in LeBron. And actually, LeBron for a while he was the villain. Actually, I give him credit too. I give LeBron credit for playing that villain role, because when he went when he went back to Cleveland in a Miami jersey, he actually played a pretty decent game, and they were booing him the whole time. And you got to think about what Kobe was going through. Kobe experienced that almost every night for a while. Brian stopped trusting his teammates after West situation. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes that'll do. Stuff like that would change your mentality, man. It will really fuck your head up, man, for real. It will make you start looking at people much, much different. These people that shake your hand and hey, how you doing and stuff like that, but be ready to stab you in your back, man. You know. But like I said, we don't know. Like I said, man, we don't know what truly, truly happened. You know what I'm saying? All of this still, no matter what, is alleged. You know. Yeah. Hey, and if she is Ted, that's her business, man. That's her business. And can LeBron get? Can he get mad I mean, not really because she's a grown woman, but if she doing it like and just constantly talking about it and throwing it in his face, then when I feel it's wrong. But if she just living her life, you know what I'm saying, and she actually has a steady boyfriend or something like that, or she's seeing him, hey, we can't be mad at that. My mom tells me, hey, mama gotta have a life too. But with that whole Delonte West situation, to me, that situation kind of tricky because what you got to look at it like, okay, yeah, exactly. If okay, if he's sitting there, and he's having dinner with you, he's let's say he spends the night at your house, stuff like that, and he's going to family gatherings, just everything that you could think of in terms of being your homeboy and stuff like that. But then everybody knows what's going on except you, and he doesn't tell you. Then yeah, that's wrong. To me, that's wrong. But if he come there and he really just talked to him one on one, and he say, "Hey man, I don't want you to get upset or anything like that," and he told him straight up how he felt and stuff like that, then okay, LeBron can't get mad. But you got to think about it though, Ted. Everybody was talking about it behind his back, and then it started surfacing. Now the mainstream didn't pick it up, but the internet was picking it up, and that's what made it bad. And everybody, where does everybody go to the source? They pretty much go to the internet now, especially when the mainstream news, all they do is push false narratives. Yeah. So, but look, man. Like I said, man, human beings are gonna be human beings. Everybody don't think the same way. I'm not gonna judge Gloria. Despite what some people have said about her. You know, at the end of the day, I don't go to sleep with the woman. Um, I'm not around a woman 24/7. Shit, she could be the complete opposite of what people are saying or whatever. Yeah, I mean, she doing what she choosing to do what she do, and of course he's not gonna disrespect his mom. But see, that's what people want to see. They want to see that type of stuff. That was the talk that dominated the internet right before he went to when he went to Miami. People were talking about it. Even people that absolutely hated LeBron. Like I don't have that. Like I don't have like everybody thinks like I got all this hate for a guy like LeBron and stuff. I don't have no hate for that guy at all. I don't. You should hear how some people really talk about this dude. You know what I'm saying? But I am gonna criticize you just like I criticize everybody else on this channel. You're gonna get the smoke regardless. But I think it ends when you. I draw a line when you start talking about, oh yeah, well that's why, you know he did this to you. That's why he did this to her and all this other stuff. Nah, I don't take it there. Cavs fan roasted after 2011. Yeah, yep, yeah, man. And me myself personally, I don't felt like I really didn't. I really don't feel like they should have burnt his jersey and all that stuff. I felt like that was taking it a little bit too far. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, the man gave you years before he had left. You know what I'm saying? Now, could he have done it a little bit differently? Yeah, especially when you talk about him getting on TV and saying, "Yeah, they made it national news. It was nationally televised and everything. I'm gonna take my talents to Miami. That's what that's what fueled the fans. You know what I'm saying? Now they shouldn't have took it to that level that they took it, but hey, you got fanatics. You have fans and you got fanatics. So yeah, I remember that time like it was yesterday, man. Yeah, like Cuba Gooding Jr. and Boys in the Hood. They were literally punching the air. But yeah, guys, I'm finna go ahead. I'm gonna shut it down, man. I thank y'all for pulling up. Make sure y'all like this video, share it, subscribe. Also, hit them notifications. Please, 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 please. I can't stress enough, man. Hit y'all notifications because they just not getting anything out of mine. But like I said, we maneuvering regardless. But until then, it's straight to the point, sports and entertainment, and I'll get at y'all later.